Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Montana. Kalispell, Montana, that's where I am. I guess I'm not quite used to it. I'm also in the USA. So if you are familiar with Montana, we're up in the Northwest. We border Canada. And where I am in Kalispell, I'm in the northwest corner of the state, about an hour away from Canada. So, right before I went on, I had a little bit of coughing. It always happens that way for some reason. Not sure why. So, welcome, welcome. So, when you jump in, let me know where you're watching from. Today, I'm going to do something a little different for our Kit Together Tuesday. I'm going to do part of, because we don't have time to do all of, we're going to get started on the newest scrapbooking kit as part of the kit collection, not the scrapbook workshop kits that we have, and I'll show you what the difference is in those, but the scrapbook kit. But before I do that, I wanted to just kind of run through some of the ones that are on the last chance list because they're marked down quite a bit. It's up to 80% off for some of them, and some of them are marked down just a little bit, so it just depends on the kit. I don't have the prices handy for this, but I just want to show you the kit in case you've been debating about it or not before they're gone, because once they're sold out on last chance, they're gone. Now, if there's a kit that you are wanting and you're not seeing it anymore, reach out to me either through Messenger or email me, or you can even text me on my phone. My phone number is listed here on the Junebug's Creation page, because I have a bunch of kits in my storefront here at the house that I'd be happy to send it to you. You'd have to pay for the kit plus the shipping, but you'd still be able to get it. And I have a number of kits that are no longer available online, but I still have some. So if you're looking for any in particular, and one day maybe I'll do a Kit Together where I show you what I have, and then you're welcome to purchase those. All right, let's go ahead and get started and take a little look. This one is the handmade and heartfelt kit. The box is empty because it's right here. So this was it. These are the instructions. Let me just show you. Let me get that out of the way. The kit. So you got this kit, this organizer, which I need to put here on my desk or over here on my side and start putting my cards in. And these were the cards that came in the kit. So 2 of each card, 5 different designs. So you got 10 cards in this kit, 10 cards in this kit, plus the box to hold them. So I'm going to be putting this over here on my side so that I can start using it for holding the cards that I need to send out. You can put some pens or something in here, or you can use it, take these things out, you can use it for your adhesives. This would be a great place to also hold adhesives. Mine got a little bit jumbled in the move, so it looks like it. There we go. That one just came up a little bit. So great place to put your cards, put adhesives, put whatever desk organizing things you like to have. If you want your pens in here, you know, I have a favorite pen that I like to have a bunch of these handy. My favorite pen is the Bic Ultra Round Stick. It's the medium point. I don't really like fine points. I kind of prefer the medium point. But I always have one handy and nearby, so I could keep at least one, if not more. I buy them by the box. I could keep those handy, and that way I always know where my pen is, because that's my absolute favorite pen. The next one is the Brightest Birthday Kit. It is on the last chance list. And here are the cards. You get an azure afternoon, you get your block, your stamps, and of course you can keep using all this stuff even beyond. So there's the wonderful ice cream cone, the candles, birthday wishes, and then the balloons, all right, coming out of the box. So this one has 9 cards in it, and then of course you have the stamps and the ink spot that you can use, continue to use for any of your other projects, and also any extras. Typically there, when you have a stamping kit, there are extra sentiment pieces, so you can use those for your cards as well. And what I do is I sit and I make all the cards, and then I keep the other parts, or they go into my odds and ends box. This one is a Thank You Kindly kit. This was a very elegant kit. All right, so we had the 2 different designs, 4 of each. There were 8 cards in this kit, and we had these 2 designs. All right, and then what I did is I popped up the different layers onto dimensionals to give you just a little bit of a different look. I really like this one. I'm going to make the rest of the cards like that. So that just added a little bit of fun to it and a little bit more dimension with the dimensionals, because, you know, that's what they do. Then we have the Welcoming Garden kit. This one had 3 cards, 3 of each design, so you have 9 cards in the kit. And if you want alternates for these, Rachel Tessman is a great demonstrator to follow for alternates for her kits and even her paper pumpkins. She's obsessed with the kits, which is so fun to watch her and the ideas and the things she does with these kits. She does bring in other Stampin' Up! Products to make her alternates, though, just as an FYI. So here was 1 card, and these are beautiful. And now with it spring coming, I think I need to make the rest of these. Because I typically, for my Kit Together Live, I just make the card as is. Although I have thought about going back and maybe opening them a little ahead of time. I know then you don't catch my surprise and wonder about it. But I thought about doing some, I love how that opens up and says, thinking of you. Then again, you have the stamps. And you have this great fence, and then you have some little odds and ends that are left over and extra. So this is the Welcoming Garden Kit. Beautiful one, perfect for spring right now. You should go into the online store and grab it. You can get into my online store by either clicking the link below in the comments or go to junebugcreations29.stampinup.net. And I just recently added that 29 in there, so if you have shopped with me before, you will want to change that and save it with the new one, and I need to put that in my newsletter today as well. And then we have the Adventure Awaits kit with our 3 different vehicles. We have our truck, Let the Adventure Begin. I'm thinking this will be a good one when Kitar graduates. Driving By to Say Hello. And then we did a different one where it had the balloons, Cruising to Another Year. I kind of like the one with the balloons coming out of the car better than the suitcases. And then this one, Enjoy the Journey. So super fun, cute cards, very retro feel to them. And of course they are this is a non-stamping kit, so you can put them together, you can mix and match them, which is probably what I'll do with the rest of them, and you have a chance to play. Let's see, I think there were some extra, yeah, so we had some different, we had some suitcases, we had some balloons, we had the boards, the surfboards, and then you had your tree. So you had some different options of things to play with. And of course it comes in all the different languages. So it's time for me to grab my little craft table again while I watch some shows with my mom and finish off all these kits. Or I'm going to be starting a card buffet, and so I may use them for a card buffet. All right, so the last one was a kit that I never did do for you. It just was not really in my wheelhouse. It's the wreath kit. And I saw lots of great ideas. So if you get this kit, but you don't want to just make this garland, sorry, it was a garland, but I saw people who turned it into a wreath. Some great ideas are out there of how you can alter this. It required a glue gun, and if you've been following me for a while, you know how I feel about glue guns. They're not necessarily my friend or my favorite thing to use. And who knows, I might end up doing this after all. But we have this, and lots of people, I saw a lot of people, oh, does this go in here? Ooh, maybe that's supposed to go in there. I couldn't remember how it went. It might. Oh, maybe that would be nice because it keeps opening up my box. There we go. Yay! All right, I've got it in there. Now it's not going to pop open my box. I didn't realize that. So, and I saw a lot of people use these leaves actually for cards and stuff too. So you can cut them apart. There's tons and tons of leaves. Let's do this. Look at this. There's tons and tons of leaves. So I don't know. I may end up doing it one of these days. If I do, I'll show it to you. But I just didn't. You know, I saw that glue gun and I think I shied away. So far, they haven't come out with any more. They did the flowers with the glue gun. They did the haunted house with the glue gun, which I did, and that's still in the online store. The flower bouquet is not. I haven't even finished it. I need to finish it and give it to my mother because that's what my plan was anyways. So those are all the kits that are in the last chance list right now. So if you liked any of them, if there were any of them that you were like, man, I've been wanting to get that, now's the time to do it because they are on sale. They are discounted. So you can get them and you can take care of that and get it to that point. So here is the kit that we are going to work on today. It is an all-inclusive kit because it's in the kit collection. So all you need is a pair of scissors. You might need a trimmer. We'll find out. I'm not sure. I didn't do the last one in the kit collection. I have it. I will do it. It's no longer available because it sold out. With these kits, a lot of them, once they're sold out, they're gone, or they bring them back and then you can do it. But it went into the last chance list earlier in March and then it was gone. I thought about doing it as a class, but before I finished finalizing that idea, they were sold out. So the kit collection kits come in the box. That's one of the differences. And then you have it all wrapped up like this. So you have your instructions. As always, the trifold instructions. All right, which we're going to work on some of those pages today. And then you have your adhesive and your thing. Everything's ready to go for you in here. It's all inclusive. Our scrapbooking workshop kits are different. They come in a plastic Ziploc bag. All right. There's no adhesives in it. Nothing is cut. There are die cuts in it. And I think this one might be on the last chance list as well. This is the Celebrate Together. It tells you what photos to use. This one tells you, oh, the photo size is listed on here, and maybe there are some photo holders in there. Probably are, but this has it listed here. It tells you what materials you need, and it shows you your 6 pages, and there are lots of extras. All right, and then it walks you through how to cut everything. All this white is extra paper. All the white is extra paper. All right. So it goes through and it shows you how to do these and how to cut it and then how to assemble it. I have, shame on me, I know, I have not finished one yet. The first one I started cutting up, I didn't label the pieces as I went. See, it shows you right here. It's got them labeled. I didn't label it. Therefore, they got mixed up, and now I have to go back and look at it. So these scrapbooking workshop kits are different because of the fact that they also have techniques that they're featuring. They tell you how to cut it and how to put it together, but it's not all inclusive. There are some materials that you also need to get. So that's the difference between the scrapbook workshop kits and the kit collection kits. All right. I am starting a scrapbook club soon where we will be using the scrapbook kits. It will be in person and virtual. So if you're interested in doing the scrapbook club, put club down below and I will reach out to you to get that information to you. If you're not on my email list, you would want to join that, and you can let me know, email or newsletter. You can put newsletter in the comments, and then I will go ahead and get you added to that. I'll reach out for your email address. So let's go ahead and get started on this kit collection kit, the Sunniest Stories Scrapbooking Kit. And let's take a look and see what all do we have here. I don't want to tear this all. Well, actually I have a box to put it in, so I can tear it all apart. Let's just get this plastic off of here. All right. It is a non-stamping kit. You see no ink and no stamps. We get a whole roll of our tear and tape, which I love. Love, love. If you don't like tear and tape, feel free to grab your stamp and seal or your glue, your green glue. Any of it works. So now we need our scissors. Even if you don't need your scissors to cut anything, you need your scissors to get into it all, right? There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Take off all this plastic. Now I keep the little baggies because when I do product shares and things, I use them for that. We have a product share coming up. I do not have it typed out yet, but I will get that finished and in the newsletter. So we have some mini dimensionals here and some glue dots as well. So we have our 3 adhesives. And of course, you are always welcome to add in any of your own adhesives. If you're like me and you prefer the larger dimensionals, you can just grab yours and add that to it. All right, we're going to take the chipboard out of here, and we're going to take the chipboard out of here. All right, so let's take a look. What do we have here? We have our layers, and none of them, just making sure none of them are, okay, so none of them are stickers, none of them are die cuts. So we have those. And we have, let's see, shall we lay them out? Maybe we should lay them out. So I'm going to use this box to put the pages in. All right, so we're going to start with these last 2. And I'm just looking to see what's on here and put these pages together. So we have these 2 that will go, that's 1 page. And then, aha, we do have some die cuts. Whew, we got a lot of die cuts and things. Holy smokes. Maybe we will do that first. We're going to get this organized. All right, so I'm going to put these papers in here actually, and we're going to start punching all this out. So what I learned, I was prepping for the virtual album retreat, which is this week. And what we did is we cut everything and we punched out all the die cuts and we put it together in a page protector. Now this album doesn't come with a page protector, so you will have to order some page protectors to go with it. But I like how we had it all organized and then we have it by project, listed by project. That just makes it so easy. So I'm looking at doing this the same kind of way. So we're going to go ahead and start punching all this out because it'll be easier then to put everything together. So I'm just going to make some piles here. Let's see. I don't think you want to sit and watch me do that. Let's see if we can do a page. And then what I'll do for next week is I'll get everything already punched out and layered up for this. Let's see if we can find what we need for this first page. So this first page, let's see, are these double-sided? These are not double-sided. I think, wow, all right. Let's look. All right, I'm going to grab, I'm going to see if I can look at one that looks a little bit easier. Here we go. This one's a lot clearer to see. So let's do these. So we're going to be using this one. Let's find our base. Here we go, the green. All right, so we're going to do these 2 pages, and then what I'm going to do before next week is I'm going to get everything punched out and everything laid together, and I'll show you what goes with what. So we're going to start with this one. All right, and we need this one. I love the blue and green together. This one and this one. All right, those 3. And then, let's see, we need the books. All right, I'm going to put this on this side with these over here so you can see them. I don't see any of these in here. All right, we need this. Oh, that needs to be cut. So hang on. Then we have the best. All right, we need that one cut. We need this, the best chapter. How many of you are book readers? I have been on a book reading binge. I just finished the Sarah J. Maas series. Hi, Joanne. You have me on YouTube on the TV, but can't comment. So I'm here too. All right, well that works. Ooh, on YouTube, on your TV, I must be really big. No pressure there. All right, let's see. So this is reading list. Oh, this is a perfect one for me to do right now. I need to take some pictures of me reading and the books. All right, reading list and my favorite things. So I just finished the Sarah J. Maas Court of Thorns and Roses series. It was 5 books. It was so good. I'm not starting her next series yet because I can't read the same author too close together because then I get the books mixed up, if that makes sense, or maybe that's just me being weird. So I got to give it a little space. Let's see, are we going to need any of this? I don't see. Oh, we needed the green one of those. Eek, eek, eek. Here we go. We needed, which green one is that? Nope, that, see, it's hard to see the pattern. So it's either this one, we'll see. I'll look through. No, it's not the striped. Oh, could be that one. Let's see if any of the others have it. That's a pocket. See, there's a, no, that's not a green. Wow, I want to say it's going to be this one. So we'll stick that, and we'll put this one over here. Wow, I didn't know that, yeah. Well, I think part of the deal with these is that these are some ideas. It's not directions as in you have to do these pages this way. I think it's just meant to be ideas. All right. Oh, there's a green. We're going to go with that one. We'll use this one on that other page. I think this one is a lot more subtle. I like that for the books. All right. So then we have this one. Because I'm just getting back into scrapbooking. I have not scrapbooked, like seriously scrapbooked, in probably 10 years. So, and then I haven't scrapbooked with this stuff. I've scrapbooked with all kinds of other random stuff, not all Stampin' Up. So I'm jumping back in. with 2 feet by doing the virtual album retreat and now doing this week. It's National Scrapbook Day, so what better time to jump into this than right now? I don't think there's a better time. So I'm doing it and we're just running with it. All right. Any of these? No. Oh, here we go. Here's books. But it's funny that I chose the book one, not for the book one. I just thought it looked like a simpler, less complicated one. And then I have been on a reading binge. Right now I'm reading a book by Susan Wiggs called The Oysterville Sewing Circle. It's very good. It's a different kind of book. It's I'm learning about the clothing design industry, probably more than I needed to or wanted to, but it's very interesting. So there are English and French in here, I'm noticing. So here's the French. And then here's the German. So it was for everybody, so that's good to know. And then here's the English, except we don't need any of these. We get the book. I'm looking for the tabs. Here we go. Here's a tab. Oh, these are stickers. All right, so these are stickers. So I'm going to need that yellow one. And it looks like we have everything else except we don't have any photo place cards. I would have thought they'd have those in there. Let's see, is it on here? I don't see any photo place cards. All right, so we will do a makeshift. I'm planning on going through all my photos to pick out photos to be able to start scrapbooking, because that was the downfall of my scrapbooking, is the digital camera. And then I didn't print the pictures because they were on my phone, right? And on my computer, and I didn't think about it. So we need to cut this one out. So we're gonna just cut these lines. And what you'd wanna do is you wanna line them up in your groove. Okay, so you wanna make sure the center of the line is going down the center of this groove so that when you cut it, you don't have all the other stuff on there. And we're going to move it over, same thing. You want to make sure you line it up so that you can cut it. I did better on this one than I did on the other one. The other album, the album retreat. I didn't always get it right on the line. All right, so we have that. So we're gonna, I don't have any pictures, like I said, so we're just gonna set this up and then I'll apply pictures when I get them. I'm gonna have to go find some pictures for this. So this one and this one goes over here. These two go over here. This one goes over here. This one go over here. All right, so let's set this up. All right, so we have the green at the top. We're gonna put this one here and this one here like this. And then our pictures are going to go here, here, and here. And it does say the picture sizes. They are, whew, I might need to get my magnifying glass. 3 by 4. 3 by 4. So I'm going to set this on my grid. Actually, I guess that doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure I have this parallel here and parallel here. And then we're going to use our tear and tape on the back. Now, some of this I can't put on yet because I don't have the pictures. And so, of course, I don't want to cover it. But we're going to put together what we can, and then I will just show you where it would go. And then next week we'll do more. All right. Because I'll have it all punched out and put together. And now I know, see, because I never did that other kit like this. All right, and so this is not usually how I do it. I'll show you how I usually do it with pictures and whatnot. I put one here like that. Let's get you zoomed in a little. So usually on my pictures or on these kinds of things, I put one here. I put one over here. I put one this way. And I put one this way. See, it's been a while, so I was even out of habit. When it's this big, sometimes I will do a little across here. So you can see I do one here, one going across this way, one vertical, horizontal. So I do two opposite corners vertical, two opposite corners horizontal, and when it's a larger piece, then I'll do a little bit diagonal in the middle. We'll get these torn off. Take a pick tool, where are you? Because that's the only way to go with this stuff. So much faster, look at that. It's a little on the staticky side. All right, so do you scrapbook? How often do you scrapbook? Do you scrapbook chronological albums from beginning to end? Do you do themed things, trips, special occasions, things like that? I do themed albums, and then within that themed album, it is chronological, except my son's birthday albums from when he was a kid, because I had themed parties. Each party had its own themed album to it after his third birthday. After his third birthday, I started doing themed albums, because I thought that would be better, and it was way more fun. So when I planned the party, I also planned the album, what I was going to use, what size it was going to be. I'll have to show you sometime. Maybe I'll do a little live on National Scrapbooking Day and show you some of my past albums and why I want to get back into it, right? All right, let me zoom out a little bit more so you can see that whole page. Here we go. All right, so we want this one here and this one here, so it's balanced. And then we want this one. You want a little bit of a space. Oh, they went a little bit high with this and a little higher here. All right, so we have this one. Then we're going to do our pictures here. I'm going to use the dimensionals, but I'm going to use my big ones instead of those minis, because you know me, I like the bigger ones. Because there's nothing. Oh. All right, I don't feel like using the edges right now, but I do use the edges. So I'm just going to grab more of these. All right. And this one goes like that. So I like dimensionals because they're not super thick. The old pop dots were a little bit thick. All right, so Joanne says that she does themes, but haven't scrapbooked since she started making cards. Same. That too for me. Going to scrapbook my son's 40th party though. Oh yes, you got to do that. You need to share that with us. Love that idea of doing his party. So I like the dimensionals because they're a lot thinner than the old pop dots were that I used to use, or the foam tape. These are a lot thinner, so you can use them on your scrapbooks without adding a ton. Now, am I going to do them on every single thing? No, I don't think so, because it will add, in the long run, it will add to the thickness of your album. It just depends on, you know, how much stuff, how many pages do you put in your album? What kind of album do you use? It is a post bound, is it a 3-ring binder style, or is it a strap one? So it depends on what kind. My favorite kind is the Creative Memories strap ones, but I also have quite a few of the D-ring 3-ring binder ones. All my son's school albums are 3-ring binder because to me that just made sense. So it was school themed and 3-ring binder just happened to be what made sense to me. All right, so we're going to put that there, and then this one goes over here, and because we use dimensionals on this, we got to use dimensionals on this. But again, these are so nice and thin compared to others that you can get. And so I like these, and I'm okay with these for the scrapbooking because they're not so darn thick. All right, so chapter, this goes over here, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on this side. All right, and they put a 5 here. All right, so the best chapter was 5. Maybe this is for growing up. Let's see, do they have any pictures on these? No, they only have pictures on the first 2. So this could be an age thing, this could be a book thing, this could be anything you wanted it to be. So it does say reading list, so I actually am going to do this as a reading page. The album is called Sunniest Stories. So I'm going to use this as happy fun things, and I'm going to put it in my album. I have here the album from Stampin' Up. It's black, so I'm probably going to have to like do some ribbons or something because I don't really do black albums, except my Halloween one is black, but you'll see it at some time. All right, so then I have some page protectors already in here for it, and so I'll just use this album, but this one is also for the virtual album retreat that's coming on Wednesday, and that one is all happiest moments too. So that's going to be my Stampin' Up scrapbook, and I'm going to be putting in the different kits and things and kind of having it, I'm not going to say random, but I think I'm going to use it for 2026 because last year's virtual album retreat was a month to month, and I want to put it all in the same album. So I think I'm just going to do pictures from 2026. So I got to start looking for pictures from 2026. This one, the best chapter, that can be from any book. I think if you're going to go with the total book theme, or if you're going with the best chapter of your life, you could use like the best month or something like that. So this will need to be popped up on the dimensionals because the book is. I probably should have left this flat, but it's done now, so we're just going to go with it. I got all these ideas all of a sudden running through my head, folks. Starting to get the feel for it again. All right, so this one is going to go right here, but I can't put this one on because it's going to go over the pictures, and I'm going to glue it down so that the chapter pops up. So this will go here. This will go here again until I figure out what I'm going to put here. I don't want to glue this one down, so we're just going to leave that like that. And then there'll be 3 pictures here. I like to do pages where I have more than one picture on it, just because I got lots of pictures. Now this one is designed for a single picture. You can see here it's for a single 5x7 picture. We'll see if I can find one that I really like for this. My favorite things. All right, so this one goes here, here, and here. And they're all kind of wonky. So I'll go ahead and we'll put these down. And again, I do the vertical, horizontal. So we'll do one here vertically. Excuse me, horizontally. Let's do all the horizontal ones. And then when I have the longer edges, sometimes I'll do those a little bit longer, but you can see here that I'm not doing very long ones on this side, but we can go a little bit longer on this side because this whole side is longer. But I don't do all the way around and an X in the middle. To me, that's overkill. This stuff holds so well. Trust me, your pictures, your paper, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I mean, if it gets heat or if it gets water or something like that, then yes, there's a good chance that you could have things come up. But just sitting in an album in your on the shelf in your living room or wherever you keep your albums, yeah, it's not going to go. And I'm not even going to put anything in the center on these because it's got plenty of sticky stuff. All right, so we'll take these up like this. See how the take your pick tool just gets it up so quick. All right, come on. It's staticky. The backings are staticky. All right, here we go. Quick and easy. Leave the sticky stuff on the paper. All right. So this was the middle one. We have these two, and they're kind of like that, but one's a little bit higher than the other. Not too close to the edge, but not too far apart either. We'll do that. And then we have this one that's kind of like this, and it's not even straight. Okay. Then we have the books that will be going down here. I'm going to put those on dimensionals because that way I can put the picture right here because we have the picture going right here. So the best way to be able to stick it down but not have it messed up is to not put some dimensionals over here. So we're going to use dimensionals over here like this. All right, and this keeps it clear for sliding the picture up underneath. All right, that's the way you can cheat with that. And then if you wanted to, you could add a dimensional later. All right, so this one is going to be parallel with the bottom, like this, and I can still stick my picture up under here. And then this goes onto the 5x7. So I don't want to stick this down yet, but I am going to go ahead and put a couple, well, not a couple, probably a few dimensionals on it. So I know that's going to go approximately right here. First I got to get my picture in there. And I think if I don't find pictures to print in time for next Tuesday, what I'll do is I'll go dig out some place card holders to show you where they go. All right, and then we have this sticker, this yellow one it goes above the, never mind. It goes above the picture. So I don't have the picture yet, so I can't use that yet. All right. And then this will go over the picture as well. So until I get my picture on this one, I can't place anything else. All right, so we just did this one. All right, we just did this one and this one. So this would be a 2-page layout like this. So you would see it laid out like this in my album. They would go together. They would be facing each other. All right, so that's how you have to think of it. Don't think of it as a separate individual page unless you're not going to have it anywhere near each other. So this would be a 2-page layout that you would have in your album. All right, so I will punch out, divvy up, and everything, all the rest of the pages, and then find some pictures, and we will do some more next week, next Tuesday, for our Kit Together Tuesday, and we'll do more of the pages. It'll go a lot faster because everything will be already delineated out and laid on each page so that we know what to do. All right, and I will see about getting some pictures for you as well, so that you can see actual pictures being placed versus just placeholders. All right, I find that it's easier for me to scrapbook with pictures than without pictures, which is another reason why I haven't done a lot of these kits, because I need to print pictures. All right, before I let you go, I want to zoom in here and tell you about a flash sale. Saturday only, 24-hour sale on May 2nd, so that's Saturday, National Scrapbooking Day. 20% off select memory keeping products like this kit. All right, like the scrapbooking workshop kits, the album, the page protectors. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some more page protectors. So anything having to do with the with memory keeping. That also means the virtual album retreat, which starts tomorrow. You can get it, and you'll be able to just watch the playback. All right, so here is the virtual album retreat. These are the stickers, and here are all the cutouts. I told you I cut everything out, punched everything out. And here are the pages, not in order. They're in order as how we're going to be doing them that day. It is a $250 class, but you're going to walk away with 10 2-page layouts. So that's 20 pages, tons of extras. I'll show you that in just a minute. All right. And learning a bunch of techniques. I'm really, really excited about this. I've got it in my planner. I've planned it out. I've prepped. I've done all the work so that I can really do it and enjoy it this time. Look at all this extra. That makes more pages, people. That makes more pages. Not only do we have all those extras, but with the kit, besides all the stuff to do the 20 pages, 10 2-page layouts, you get 4 stamp sets. Yes, count them. 4 stamp sets. You get the gold, the Golden Glow, shimmer brush. Woohoo! Can't wait to use that. You get the Moody Palette Gems, dots, glossy dots. You get the new white pens, white gel pens. You get a whole ream or spool of linen thread, which you know I use this a lot. You get a packet of 12 4x4 flip flaps, and you'll learn how to use them. And you get all these placeholders. See, so if I have cards, if I have pictures printed by tomorrow, which I'm working on that today, is getting pictures and sending it out, or sending it over to Walgreens to pick them up tomorrow, then I can use these on these other ones if I don't find enough pictures for that. So you get picture place card holders, I think is what we'll call them. So you get all of this. So 10 2-page layouts, that's 20 pages. You get the shimmer brush, you get the gel pens, the dots, the linen thread, you get a whole package of flip flaps. You get 4 stamp sets. 4 stamp sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stamp sets. Besides the 20 pages you'll make, you'll have extras to make more. All you have to do is get some 2-tone cardstock and 12x12 2-tone cardstock, and you can make even more pages for that album. It's truly, truly worth every penny. And I will show you the pages. Oops, that got bent. I will show you the pages next week after I'm done with them. I'm working hard to make sure, oh, got that bent. I'm working hard to make sure that I find pictures. So that's what I am working on today, is pictures for it. I know I waited till the last minute. Not on purpose. It just kind of happened that way. Got to do my dad's shower today, and then I will be back in here working on that. And I'll be finding pictures for this too, so I can show you, and we'll get that album of mine filled up with stuff, right? So flash sale, celebrate National Scrapbooking Day with 20% off select memory keeping products. So I was showing you some memory keeping products. I don't know yet which ones of them are actually on sale. So it could be flip flaps, journaling pens, it could be page protectors, it could be 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock, it could be the albums, it could be the scrapbook workshop kits. I don't know which ones yet. All I know is 20% off select. So you'll get a reminder. I'll be sending out a newsletter, so you'll hear about that. And then next Tuesday, on Cinco de Mayo, this catalog goes live. And along with that is the online exclusives that are going live. And you've probably seen a lot of Winnie the Pooh stuff going on. And now this is only in the United States due to copyright laws in other countries. The United States is the only one that was able to get these products. Plus, besides that, besides all the online exclusive, or besides the Winnie the Pooh, there is also a fun Ouch bundle. And then there's the Splash and Relax bundle, which I think I might have to get. And then we have the Natural Artistry, Thoughtful Octopus, and Just Peachy. All right, which looks like apples and peaches. So lots of new items coming in the online exclusives and in the catalog. Along with that, it's so much going on. There's a new starter kit offer coming out also on May 5th. You'll have a choice in your starter kit of getting the new in color classic Stampin' Pads, so all 5 of them for free with your kit, or $35 additional money to get product. So you can choose. You haven't seen your email yet? Yeah. Yes, definitely easier. Definitely easier. So we have you'll have a choice. You can do $35 above your $125. So that would be can I do math? $160 worth of product, or you can get the stamp pads for free. And they're their new easy magnet open ones. You've seen me use them for Paper Pumpkin Playdate. So starting May 5th, there's a new starter kit offer, and also registration for the next card class, craft class, it's called Paper Mixer. So it's the Paper Mixer craft class using the Paper Medley Mix in Designer Series paper. All right, and it looks like we're going to be using those black accents as well. So lots of fun stuff coming. Just giving you a heads up. Stay tuned. I'll tell you more here during my lives, as well as on my Facebook. Keep looking for posts. If you do not get my newsletters and you want to get my newsletters, then I highly recommend you let me know you want to be added. I need to get a link up, figure out how to do a link so that you can just sign up on your own, because I haven't figured that out. I'm still learning, electronics and all. But this is the first and foremost one. Saturday only, 20% off select memory keeping products in honor of National Scrapbooking Day. So, that was a lot today. Thanks for hanging in there with me, Joanne. All right, let's see. Haven't seen. Nice option for starter kit, right? For the starter kit, that's really nice. I love it when they give you a choice. I wish I'd had a choice. I didn't have a choice, but I love it when they give you a choice, because if you don't have the new in colors, that's a great way to get all 5 new in colors. And then in your starter kit, then you can just get the refills and you don't have to worry about it. You've already got the 5 in colors. And I think the 5 in colors together might be a little more than the $35. I'll have to do the math and see which one is the better deal, but I have a feeling the in color ink pads are probably the better deal. Typically when they give you a product, that's the better deal than the money, but I will run the numbers and let you all know before Tuesday when it all begins. So thank you for joining me, Joanne. Happy to see you on here. Those of you who catch this on a replay, let me know where you're watching from and go ahead and answer the questions as I ask them during the live when you're watching, and I come back and I take a peek at what you have to say. And if you have questions, I will respond to those questions. So take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you back here on Thursday at 9:45 for Paper Pumpkin Playdate, and I have a fun new fun fold, interactive fun fold for you for Thursday's Paper Pumpkin Playdate alternate. So see you then. Have a great one. Bye-bye.